So I was able to unlock one of the more recent planes added in the last 1.43 patch, which is the Kitsuka, which a lot of people have questions about, and it's more commonly known in the community as the Japanese ME-262. I will try to give you my honest opinion about this plane. This is my first flight. I know nothing about it from a pilot standpoint. I didn't even get the test flight in the dev server. I just hear what rumblings of it in the community that I hear, and the first thing you see that you just have to gawk at is there's one 30mm cannon with 50 rounds, and for most of us know that the Japanese 30mm default belt is utter bullshit. So I am going to be screwed right here because I have 50 rounds and maybe 6 of them might register if I'm lucky and Santa Claus comes early this year. So that's the first downfall, and we all know I love to shoot, so I'd rather have the R2Y2 off the bat just due to the 430mm. And this plane is pretty slow. I know that from a lot of people, and as you can see, I'm barely struggling to get off this runway. Luckily though, Japanese jets sometimes, for the most part, get air takeoffs on most of the maps, so, you know. I'll do a little bit of background information on this plane, what little I know about it. There was one built that was actually flown, and the other one which was near completion, but it wasn't, I believe it wasn't flown because Japan surrendered. So we're talking about a very late war jet here. The first one I believe flew a couple times. They had concerns about its takeoff length, so they tried to attach, takeoff assisted rockets, and that didn't work so well, and they lost the airplane due to that. So I believe they had something like 15 to 20 other airframes built. There's a 2-seat trainer and so on. Like, they were trying to plan to get this thing into production, but there's only one that flew, and this is basically, I believe, what War Thunder used as a reference to that. So this is in no means a production aircraft, and if you know, I try to talk about it in the channel, these airplanes, when the first 1 or 2 mock-ups that fly are usually worlds apart from the actual production model in terms of power. They usually change engines, they change armament, and they change features. And so we're not seeing what could have been the real Kitsuka. We're just seeing what War Thunder brought in as the prototype. So it's underpowered, as that's to be expected. It, as you can see from the cockpit, is very basic and it's lacking a lot of things, and so we just have to make what's due. Is it a game changer for the Japanese tree? No way. It's just another piece of content sitting up there. And there's a B-57, holy shit. Or it's Batman and the Batwing. It's got to go save Robin from the Joker. Jesus Christ, is that thing hauling ass. And here I am doing the speed of a propeller plane over here. So let's turn back at his direction and see what's going on. I flew to the side here because I don't know how well this plane's going to act. Hopefully, maybe if I give it some time, it'll get up to speed and get up to temperature, and maybe we can do something. And I just don't want to be clubbed by the first F or P-80 that comes across the map. So I'm going to sit back here, and hopefully the Americans will go lower, and my team can do work. This is a plane that when you hit to battle, your team is going to have to carry you on your back. If you're going to get a 4-game kill in this thing, I'm going to believe that you had to land 2 or 3 times to get that 4-game kill, just due to the 50 rounds. It's ridiculous. This plane probably does get better upgrades. I don't know if I have the commitment to grind this plane to fully completion. It's going to be a painful grind. If you've done it, you're insane. You're crazy. But let's see how it flies before I get too judgmental on it. I just know I already hate the armament. And that's not something that you can really change in War Thunder unless somebody finds magical documentation of a 2nd or 3rd or 4th 30mm attached, I hope that Gaijin doesn't just mount more guns on the planes to try to balance it. That's not what War Thunder should be about. So this is oh god, there's B-57 above me. This is the best this plane's probably gonna get. It seems like it has an okay flight model though. It's not like instructors flipping out or the rudder and the elevator seem to respond nice. The other ones seem to do their thing. So from that standpoint, it doesn't feel like a completely mashed out flight model like we've seen in the past. I'm going to turn in and head towards my team a bit since it seems like the Americans are engaging them. The Iwo Jima map is... I already have deep concerns because of the 2 B-57s at least that are flying around this map. Japan has a timer on this map where the landing craft will land and they will eventually take over the island. And this is what I hate about most Japanese maps, is that as a Japanese pilot you have to fly so aggressive because you have a 15 to 20 minute window to kill all the Americans before you lose due to objectives. And I know a couple of us have been bitching about that. We really don't like the game being determined by AI NPC ground units. That's just being said, and that's just something that takes away from the game for me. You know, you have to make careless decisions because you're on some imaginary clock that if you don't do it, we're going to lose the airfield, and we're going to lose. So let's head down here, and we have... Looks like there's the A-26 I'm seeing pop up in the bomb score. He is right in front of me off my nose. There he is. So let's try to carefully attack this thing. Kind of terrified, actually. This thing might go up like a freaking envelope filled with kerosene if I get hit by one of his rounds. I bet you he's going to loop around the backside of that mountain, so I'm going to cut over the top of it. Kobe and I can't say this mountain's name correctly, so we just call it Mount Sriracha Sauce. And if you don't know what Sriracha Sauce is, buy some. It's amazing. Alright, let's zoom back up. And I'll try to get a better angle on him. I want to attack him from the top, so at least there's a few less guns shooting at me. But I don't have faith for this 30mm actually doing any damage on this guy. So there we go, I'm going to lead him, and I'm going to do some test fires. I know, I can't tell where my rounds are going. I got one hit. 36 rounds, one hit. It's a little too trigger heavy there, but I mean, come on, it was only 36 rounds. If any other plane, that's nothing. Alright, here's some teammates piling on. Let's see if we can kill this guy. Oh god, he's shooting at me. A-26 has shot down the M1K. That's not good. That's going to hurt morale. A-26 is still flying. I have 14 rounds, so let's bury him into him. I hit something. Suffers right wing. He's going to fly on forever fine with that, so hopefully somebody else can finish him. I'm out of ammo, and that was the concern about this plane, is that I'm going to be constantly... Like, I need a barge out here of ammo that I can land on and reload, because this is going to get ridiculous. So I got a kill assist. Yay, I got a kill assist with the Kitsuka. I'm going to call that acceptable for a first time flying out. I'm going to pin myself a little medal in my chest. I attacked something, and I lived. Got excited. Alright, let's not kill ourselves landing this plane. I have not been doing so well on landing with some of the new jets like the 229 or the R2Y2. But I have faith I can land this thing. It's just like a 262, so hopefully if I use that practice from that in this one, I'll be fine. The thing that scares me is this is a pretty short runway and there's a lot of bushes and obstructions on it. So let's come in here really slow and really at a good angle. Got my airspeed at a very manageable rate. Gonna churn in for the correct angle. The R2Y2 is coming in pretty aggressive. And I think he needed that. That was not spare parts. I think that was a vital piece of... Yeah, that's a left landing gear. Okay, buddy. He just killed himself. That plane's gonna hit the ground, catch on fire, and never be put out. I might know that from experience. Wow, that is an aggressive... This is an aggressive landing if I seen one, and I would know it. Alright, let's focus on what I'm doing. 140 mph, this is perfect. I feel like I'm about to stall. Put her down. Immediately grab that brake, and he just... Yep, there's that fire. Ah, damn, that was a good plane to lose, too. So he's just gonna sit there and smolder until he burns up. We're at the airfield, like, shouldn't there be some little Japanese people with buckets of water running over to put the fire out? I mean, come on, this is an airfield. You know, they do have emergency units that would run out here and stop this from getting worse. You can just hear them exploding over there. No, he's shooting off the rest of his ammo. Maybe he might repair. It looks like the fire went out. I could be wrong. I could eat my words. I hope I'm eating my words in this case. I need them. Alright, we are repaired. Let's see how he's doing. I don't see him on my left, and he's not to my right. So we just lost an R2-D2. Well, shit. Alright, well, let's make the best of this. We can't stop now. The Emperor is relying on us. We still have one J7W1 out there and a couple others. Yeah, here comes this runway takeoff. The first time I thought it was pretty sketchy. Let's see if I can do better this time. Man, this is a pretty big runway. It's just the damn bushes on either side and these random cranes and shrubberies throughout it will kill you. Come on, take off. Don't hit the evil shrub. Yeah, I don't like to hear the sound of a shrub rustling by when I fly past it. So it doesn't fly awful. I just think it, oh, we just lost the K-84. The plane doesn't fly terrible, but like I said, the armament is the shittiest thing ever, and I think you're going to be terribly outmatched by the F-80s and the Meteors because those were production jets, and we're in a prototype, and that's probably correct. You know, this plane shouldn't be running away with the medals. Let's see, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shit. I was hoping a few more Americans were dead. Yay, another American died. Fuck you, B-57. 4 Americans. Makes me happy. 3 more American pig died upon that aircraft today. Let's just let them kill themselves. So while I've been flying and talking, one thing that you can see in the top bar, I just have to point out, this is what I was bitching about early on, is you can see how our units bar here, our tickets, are shit. And now we're forced to... I mean, America didn't... I mean, obviously Japan didn't win this battle in real life, but... War Thunder is not really about historical accuracies because none of these planes were at Iwo Jima. But my point being is that we have a problem. The Bearcats are probably landing at the carriers. The F-80s and P-80s, if they're out of ammo, are just going to run or try a very dangerous carrier landing. And that last B-57 is probably up in the upper atmosphere hanging out with the Martians. And if we want to try to go and do a little counterattack on the Americans before time runs out, we have to go through the battleships, the cargo ships, the destroyers, and then they have the other back half of the destroyers protecting the carriers, and then the carriers. So that's a lot of anti-air from ships that you have to cross in this map to try to, you know, kill that many Americans before time runs out. So you're just... I really feel that Japan is screwed if they do, screwed if they don't. And I'm not going to lie, one of the reasons I was able to get... I'll let you in a little secret. One of the reasons I was able to get to rank 100, get the entire American tree unlocked, and have all these lions that I have on my account, was because they ran last summer the Iwo Jima event with the B-24, and all you had to do was just fly over, spacebar, 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 hit V, kill 2 zeros, and then you walk out this map as American with 100 to 200,000 lions around. I never went... I think my lowest game was 86,000 lions. So if you can't tell me that's not American bias on the way this map is implemented, and that's why I hate this map as Japan. I'd rather see New Guinea, obviously with the air starts and the time you have. But this is my least favorite map for the Japan side because it just takes those American bombers not very long to wipe you out. So we'll try to head back in. Hopefully my teammate here, I'm messing with the American guys. Hopefully my teammate here can get something, and then we can, I don't know, make some magic happen. I would love for my first flight in Kitsuka to be a win. Yes, Bearcat killed himself. Another American pig dog into the comm tower of his carrier, probably. Might make some miracle happen. I'm kind of doubtful, because I think that one of the Americans is probably going to run, because I'm a little bit jaded from all my time flying in this game. Evidently he sees a B-57, it appears, and we're never going to catch that. There's not very many Americans left, so maybe I would love a win. Oh, I'd love a win this thing. Holy shit. He just shot down a B-57. That's awesome. Why did the B-57 go near him? Did it try to ram him? The J7W1 is fast, but it's not that fast. Alright, sweet. That actually makes us somewhat manageable, if we can find the last Americans. So we have 2 left. A little gut-wrenching. I'm afraid, though, those landing craft are getting close to the shore, and they're going to take over our last ground units and capture A, and we're going to lose anyway, so... Tick-tock. Tick-tock. We have to find those Americans now. This thing actually got to altitude in a better time than I thought it would. I don't hate this plane. It's not awful. It's just... Oh, P-80 crashed. Yes. That leaves 1. So we just have to find that one last target. I'm going to dive low and see if he's possibly over the... I don't know, it's an American player. Maybe he's low. Maybe I get lucky. I'm also deeply concerned about these ground units getting super close. We have 7 ground units. Here's the tough decision. 30mm cannon rounds. 7 ground units. 1 player left. I'm going to go ahead and try to just prolong this game a little bit and see if maybe that last guy crashes or something. I'm not going to lose this by ground units. We're already down this fucking 6. Wow, look at that accuracy. That was half my ammo. Or 17 rounds. 17 rounds, which is basically half my ammo. And he's still alive. So I got to do a little bit better on the accuracy department. I'm going to need some help. 50 rounds is not going to take down the entire Marines landing here. So let's get looped around. Also try not to come at such an aggressive speed. This thing actually gets energy up in the dive a bit. So that's an advantage, I guess. Four ground units. There we go, take that. I have 25 rounds. That was much better than that first horrific ground strafe. Roll back over, and let's see if we can get this one. 3 ground units. Alright, well. Let's see if I get this last one. He died. I'm out of ammo. And the Bearcat evidently is spotted. I don't see him. I'm not even going to have time to land to get ammo. This is over. 2 ground units. Look how fast those ground units are bleeding. There comes a Bearcat. He knows he's going to get 2 easy kills right now. And he's going to win this game regardless. He is sitting pretty. Oh, come on, J7W1. You have a... I was hoping with those 430s you had a chance to end this. And I'm afraid that J7W1 is going to lose this dogfight at his energy state in this altitude. The Bearcat's a better plane. So I'm going to try to run some interference here. If I can ram him, I am ramming him. I need this win. Let's see if I can get the angle. Come on. No, I missed. He went high. He's turning for me. Good. If I can drag him here. Come on, J7W1. Come on, Chinden. Come get him. Dinner's on the table. Dinner served. Bearcat's rolling back under. Not good. Oh no, that's not good. That is not good. Let's go for a second ram attempt. Look at me. Attack me. Don't attack him. I feel like a fucking rodeo clown right now. Yeah, this is over. That J71 has no chance at that speed. And he's dead. Yeah. It's kind of my fault. I told him to come down and kill landing craft. Like I said, you're fucked in this map. If you try to repel the Marine attack, you're screwed. If you try to kill the American pilot, you're screwed because he just runs out the clock. It's gonna fly away. He is not touching this Kitsuka. He's got to put a ring on it. That's what I gotta say. It's my brand new jet. You're not touching it with your bear claws. Speaking of bear claws, I would... Bear cat, bear claw, donut. I want a bear claw. God, do I want a bear claw now. Anyway. Hungry. Let's see. Well, here's the problem. I have 2 ground units. If I ram him, I lose because my tickets will count out before his tickets. So my only chance in hell at winning this is to try to clip his wing with my wing. And I hope the Emperor used some extra good steel today for my samurai katana edged wings. This just makes me sick. This is why, and it's not so much this is the type of crap that I'm taking a couple-day break from War Thunder, and I came back on to fly this, and it's like, I think I'll be going back on my little break here because this is the type of games that just make it unfun for me. You have game-breaking bugs, you have matchmaking, you have this and that, but it's these games that make me just hate it. Hate the game. So, hopefully someday they'll make adjustments to this, but the Kitsuka's actually not that bad of a jet. It just has really shitty armament, so hope you enjoyed it, and I would not grind for this jet though.